We're going to move
Absolutely.
on now to Sal Buscemi. Hi, Sal. You still with us? I know you had another competing meeting. There you are.
I am here. I actually cleared the deck for you, Christian. So I am here for a little bit to hang out. I appreciate this. I appreciate the ability to speak in front of this audience here. I am the co-founder and managing partner of Brahmin Partners. We've are a multifamily office, and we've done a lot of life sciences and technology. For example, we have recently we're in the middle of closing our third and final allocation in the SpaceX. We've done things in AI, such as AI Scout or AI.io, which is an AI company, but forwardly, we've had a lot of success in life sciences and devices. We have an exit with one of our companies through a merger that we're announcing probably in the second half of 2023. Right now, with some of the technology, we have an exit that actually just hit last week with Sing Life, which is a tech company that was being bought out by Sumitomo Life. And the reason why we've had success, especially in lieu of the problems that we've had with Silicon Valley Bank and interest rates rising so much, is that we bet on the jockeys. We have a founder that we love, that we use, and you're probably good friends with him, Christian. His name is Thomas Forrest Porsche. His
One of our
company
members.
Thrive. Yes, he is someone we look up to. He's one of our favorite CEOs, although we love our CEOs all the same. A lot of them have brought up a lot of success so far, but he's sort of the poster child of what a lot of our families like to invest into. The statement quality of the pedigree. This is going to be Thrive Bioscience will be his 18th exit and his 8th unicorn. So we like that, and our check sizes go between 500,000 to about, in case of Thrive, probably about 4.2 million at this point, and growing with that. And we invest in the earlier stages, Series A and Series B too as well. We are kind of agnostic as it relates to some of the things that we see, because my partners have a tremendous amount of background in life sciences. But one of the things that our investors really like is the certainty of the pedigree of the founders. They don't, AI today, as our previous speaker noted, you can put AI onto anything, and I think a lot of people have gotten sort of cynical about that as it relates to what AI means today. I am the author of 3 books, and one of the things I write about in my third book, Investing Legacy, is how important the cap table is to us. So, we haven't led, although it feels like we have with some of the amounts we've invested into, a lot of companies where we're behind or alongside some of the most formidable families in kind. So if it's a life science company, we're going to have a life science family who achieved a tremendous amount of success seeding that. We like to see that because they had more than just financial capital. They add relational capital. And the most important part about the whole thing with that is that we like to see depth too. These are families that have a long-term horizon, and they're not looking to get out quickly. We're not looking to be crammed down by any sort of venture fund that's looking to do some sort of a distribution. So we like to follow along that way, working with those families. And we believe that the cap table is really the soul of the asset. The board of directors is merely his conscience. And I put my information on there if you want to have an intimate look at what we do at Brahmin Partners. We have a website you can go to, brahminpartners.com, or you can just send me an email, and I'll send you a more intimate look at the companies that we've invested into, sal@brahminpartners.com.
Sal crushed it. That was awesome for a first time intro. That was great. And, I just encourage you all. We have these folks who put their contact information out, and there's a couple hundred of us on this call. I didn't count, but make sure that you're reaching out with value add, and they have lots of folks that want to say hello, but we're helping each other in the bullpen. So Sal's got mandates and investment areas. And Sal, I do want to ask you, what's the environment like right now in fundraising in your space, maybe the LP space or the family offices or bringing folks on board? How's that going? You do have the best marketing newsletter in the business, and I encourage everybody to follow it. It's so educational.
Thank you.
But how's that going for you?
It slowed down a little bit, but not markedly. I think the families have a longer term horizon, and again, they're betting alongside the intellect, the pedigree, and the experience of these founders. So we're not going to get involved in anything that seems a little too much of a flash in the pan, if that makes sense. And I think when we lead with any investment, we're going to say, by the way, here's who's leading it. We know them. They know what they're doing, and this founder has been through many rodeos before. That's really what it is. And to that, you're going to get a lot more attention than if you're trying to go out there with an idea in a market that might not have been matriculated yet enough to the point where people can actually buy into it. We got into a company called AI Scout. It's now called AI.io, but that was before the whole chat GPT craze, and that's gone that's been very, very successful. But, you know, it took us a tremendous amount of conviction to get into that, because at the time AI seemed to be sort of like the Wild West as it relates to, you know, maybe some people would put it as well, you know, this could be the next blockchain. Look what happened with that. So there has to be a lot of conviction in the people and the management, and especially the founders, for us to be able to really move forward with our families. Just as a side note, a lot of the families that are with us right now, and I think it's important to note this out, are real estate families, and they trust us because we put together the two rules: founders with multiple exits, and you know, and an in-kind distinguished cap table. They
Awesome.
like that. Yeah, that's the whole point behind it, and they like gravitating towards that. It's easier for them to trust knowing that they have other smart people and other smart investors in there alongside.
Sal, I love your strategy. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
taking a flyer on being on our panel. Hope to see you at Bio.